Hi world and welcome to Artsy Theory. I love anime and this is a list of best, must watch top 10. No, it's not. Anime is just awesome and the creativity that the creators have to draw and animate them is just spectacular. And either you love it or you hate it. And I want to look at a few amazing ones, but not story-wise. There are enough people that recommend these. I am an artsy person, so I want to know what the art department did. To clear things up, this is not about beautiful anime or stylish looking ones. So I would consider the works where Makoto Shinkai worked in as beautiful, almost all of them, like 5 centimeters per second, Kimi no Nawa or Tenki no Ko. They're just gorgeous. And then a ton of studios, they make fantastic stuff, like from Ghost in the Shell to Bungo Stray Dogs, Mushishi, Vagabond, be it Rose of Versailles or Grave of Fireflies, Made in Abyss, Berserk, No Game No Life. I'm positive that beauty is like one of the main driving factors for amazing anime. But the ones that I propose there are a tad more, experimental regarding the forms and aesthetics and style. And please, if you know of animes with awesome art styles, leave a comment with the name because I really want to check it out and if I don't know them already. Due to the advancements in animation techniques, a great many animes use a lot of colors and have somewhat, fluid animations. They are digitally drawn with the help of a lot of programs to assist animation. But Ping Pong decided to pursue a different path, so it's a pretty intense story that centers around Ping Pong, the game, and it goes all out with a hand-drawn style that primarily focuses on movement. I cannot remember seeing a single completely straight line in the entire series, so everything is always in motion, so the colors are reduced to the necessary things that you would focus on when you are in a state of flow. If you dig this style, it is absolutely captivating. It's almost trippy and you can feel the frantic motion taking over when the matches intensify. And unlike a few others in this list, like Pong has quite a good story actually, and it has a lot of meaning, so it is just cool. All of the Monogatari series are awesome, I love them. So the series around Araragi-san, whatever, and the many oddities happening around him is just a visual joy. The style is fast, minimalistic, experimental, and it used to capture and interpret the dialogue-heavy narrative. So what stands out are the incredible light and shadow play with the pretty much purely geometrical world. So the editing, the frantic cuts, the minimalistic designs all around the main character move and act like they have a life on their own. So the more you follow the series with its pre and sequels, the more it becomes clear that the artwork is almost detached from the story narrative. It's like a meta-narrative that unfolds in the visual world. So scenes have kanjis and shapes overlay and dissolve and fluidly being one thing and the other at the same time. I mean, if you have an interest in architecture or geometry, you definitely will love this one. It's absolutely amazing and it's very high of my all-time favorite list. The two things that drive this rather explicit dreamscape video are the music and the visual flow. And the music is wonderful. I recommend you listen to it with nice headphones to get the orchestral experience. This one will give you like a lot to chew on. The art style is rather uncommon. I mean, it mixes like the 3D elements with a lot of 2D, and it's more on the abstract side of art with a lot of symbolism going on. Like you can really dig into this. As the piece progresses, so do the artistic choices, so switching and transferring fluidly from one theme to another, colors, and the mostly hand-drawn and free-form animations give it a feeling of freedom and a softness that can really captivate you if you like it, or you skip ahead because you hate it. So on a note, if you like this, the rest of the Anime-rama trilogy, as well as the more cartoonish Fantasia project or the anime like Angel Egg for instance, they might also pique your interest, so they have similar traits. Dead Leaves is Dead Leaves? I mean, Imaishi's debut work is like a mixture between a weird 90s MTV music video interpretation and the sucker punch to the eyes of everyone that values color harmony and probably sanity. So the world of Dead Leaves is just filled with stylized and creative characters, all drawn with a heavy mix between popping colors and almost cartoonish elements that are in a surprisingly dark world. So the action is just devastatingly fast. It jumps between 2 3D, there's a lot of flashing and explosions with even more gore and what the hell just happened moments. The next in line by Hiroyuki Imaishi, it's called Panty and Stocking with Garterbelt. It's about the same gross humor, it just looks a bit more anime than this one, so if there even is such a thing. If you dig this style, I think it does bear similarities to Eternal Family, which is equally hard to describe, it's just a bit, I don't know, less vulgar. The scenery changes like equally often with jumps in time, settings, the styles are all over the place. So if you're up to a ride, like these two should definitely be like added to your plan to watch list with a good beer, I think. Tatami Galaxy is incredible. It often gets mentioned together with Paprika, and now what Paprika does with storytelling, the Tatami Galaxy does with animation. So the style is unique and it fits the mental state of the protagonist at any given time. So the plot is twisting through time and space. The characters live in a world that is at one moment, super stylized, and the next you see a photographic background. Then it becomes a quality animation for a mere second just to rip you out of the sensation again. This is pretty much a festival to your senses, and with the narrator speaking so fast that you probably need subtitles. Well, I did. Mahou shoujo madoka magica became somewhat infamous on Reddit, I think. The series starts easy and you get like an almost girly slice of life anime style for a few minutes. The plot takes turns and with it the art style just starts to experiment heavily. So adjusting to the psychological situations the character experience. So the first plot parts in episode 1 are almost too bright and with tons of soft colors. There are sun flares in each shot and the world is heavily technology based with you never really get an explanation about how the world actually is, but they give off the feeling like the character do not belong in this world. They seem off, as if they were like the contrast to the background. And as soon as they then enter mazes, the world and the art style becomes like an everything goes, from characters to lighting, backdrop, colors, and I think this makes it really enjoyable for many people. Also, you might probably want to watch at least 4 episodes before deciding to continue or dropping it because it's just all over the place. I would suggest that you also check out 18 If. It's to a degree similar, it has a bit of everything and more than once you will keep yourself wondering if it's still the same anime, as the style just changes entirely from episode to episode. So the entire setting plays mainly in dream worlds, so once you've made your way through the first few episodes, things start to get a bit out of hand. And traditional painting styles like stop animation, gory sketches, but beautifully colored moments, real-life looking imagery, cel-shaded elements, watercolor hand drawing and digitalized algorithms just clash back to back, and all in all I found this really worthwhile to just plow through. Mononoke is not to be confused with Mononoke Hime, also Princess Mononoke. This anime here is about Japanese short horror stories, which may sound a tad like the series Yami Shibai. However, Yami Shibai is almost like a picture story, so a completely different style. Now, Mononoke is a series that follows a medicine seller without a name that just searches for the supernatural phenomena to resolve the grudges of the oddities in the late Edo period. And the art style is outrageous. I will dedicate an entire essay to Mononoke because I want to fanboy over this really hard and it will go on for a lot longer than here. So it has to be on the list, but man, I definitely have to talk about that one more. Alright, I really hope you found something inspiring here. Not everything is exactly to our tastes, but that's good because diversity is a gift, and in not just in anime, but everywhere, like there's so many different views. You don't have to love everything or agree with everything, but at least give it a shot and stay open, try things out because anime are just bloody fantastic. If you find crazy stuff, send them to me and yeah, see you around. Bye.